Hey friends, welcome to Tori Talks TV. On this episode, we will be discussing the 5 best TV shows that we watched from 2019. There's a lot of very good TV this year. Yeah, good job everyone. Okay, you start with your number 5, please.
Okay, my number 5 is Russian Doll, which was a Netflix original starring Natasha Lyonne. And what I love about this is that it has a quirky premise, but it executes it fully through the entire series, the whole season. There's been 1 season so far, and there will be a second one coming in 2020.
Yay!
And Natasha Lyonne is such a brilliant actress.
Agree.
It's just great. The premise is like so quirky, and there have been other shows this season or this year like that have a quirky premise, like that Paul Rudd show, Living with Yourself.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't quite like follow through to the end where you're really riveted. But this one, it just like nails it the whole way through, and it ends well, and then you want to see what else is going to happen.
Nice. It's a good one. She's a great actress.
She is.
All right, my number 5 is Fleabag.
Fleabag.
Yes, 2016 to 2019. 2 words, hot priest.
Yes.
Who goes there? Like, who
I know.
does that? Phoebe Waller-Bridge is amazing. I didn't even know about her before Fleabag, but I'm glad I know about her now.
Yes.
This show is just like a no-filter, outrageously comedic show that went in and out on a high note. Because, you know, there's only the 2 seasons.
It's over.
Which is so hard to digest. I want more, but I kind of think that's why it's the best, one of the best. That's why I'm choosing it. But yeah, the breaking of the 4th wall, it just made the storytelling that much more captivating because she is brilliant the way she does it. Yeah.
It was very subtle. She just like brings you into the story.
Yeah. It's just out of nowhere.
Little moments.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you talking to me?
Right, right. It's just a half hour of fun and raunchiness.
Yes.
But it wasn't like the delivery made the raunchiness like not as awkward for some reason. I wasn't as uncomfortable as I would usually be.
I totally get the
that
hot
kind of
priest
comedy.
though. Like it totally makes you question your moral compass, which is what I appreciate about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like whatever, it's just a priest. Who cares?
Hot priest indeed.
Yeah, why can't she have a hot priest?
Why is that bad?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, number 4. What's yours?
Okay, my number 4 is Sex Education, which had also a Netflix original from Netflix. 1 season so far, a new one on the way, January 2020. And what I love about this is like teenagers having real problems. The premise is a little crazy. Like it's a sex therapist. He's like in high school giving sex therapy and making money off of it.
Oh.
So that seems a little crazy. But then the problems that he helps kids deal with are really real.
Yeah.
They're like the problems that you don't really talk about, like related to sex in high school. Usually it's just like broken hearts and who's cheating on who and who's gossiping about who. But these are like real sex problems, like physical, biological health problems. And he's giving advice. And Gillian Anderson's in it, and I like seeing her again. So it's a very good show.
Very good. All right. Well, my number 4 is When They See Us from 2019. So this story is obviously captivating.
Yes.
It was often hard to watch because it's a true story. So these kids really went through this. The acting, though, stands out for me. The acting is superb. It's just a beautiful piece of television, and it was more like a mini series on Netflix, but it was just so well done. I didn't even know about the story. I hate to say that, but now I do, and now I'm just, okay, I don't cry a lot if you've seen our previous episodes. I'm not much of a crier, and I cried every single episode that I watched because it just tugs at your heartstrings, and you just really feel for these children and the family. Everybody involved. Everybody, so.
Well, and I do cry a lot, but that show made me hot with anger.
Oh, and angry, yes.
The whole time I was watching, I was like hot and my heart was pounding with like anger.
100%.
Like this, like the,
that
story.
They went through this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Let's bring it back up because it's a very sad story. All right. Let's go on to our number 3. So what's yours?
Okay, my number 3 is Succession, which had its 2nd season in 2019. It's an HBO show. And what's great about this show, it's like about this family and like who's going to take over the family business, which is like a multimedia conglomerate. And this family is messed up. And so even though you can't relate to like this whole like, being billionaires and who's going to take over the company, you can relate to like the family part of it. And so
the dysfunction.
The dysfunction. And they're like loving, but also totally dysfunctional and whacked out. But
Yeah, and probably the best TV theme song of 2019 as well. I can't.
Kieran Culkin is in it.
Yeah.
And he was like weirdo.
It's nice to see him again as an adult.
Yes.
All right, my number 3 is good old Euphoria from 2019, which you had recommended.
Yes.
In a worth a watch segment.
That was would have been my number 6.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. This was a surprisingly good show to me, being the self-proclaimed prude that I am. Yes. But this was just visually unbelievable, the way that they shot this, the cinematography. And the acting is outstanding as well. Every character is so different, and they're struggling with different things. Like, it's scary because it's like, is that what teenagers are going through? It's about the adult struggles too, but it was definitely vulgar, but it doesn't distract from the stories and how they're supposed to be told, I guess. Yeah, everything. It's a show I couldn't get out of my head for weeks after I finished watching it. So
I totally
made
agree.
An impression.
Yes, definitely. Same here. I kind of viewed it as kind of like the yin and the yang of sex education. It was like teenagers in high school dealing with sex issues, but like the darker side versus like the lighter comedic side. And so I just went with sex education. So I'm glad that you went with Euphoria.
Okay, good. Oh, nice.
Yes.
All right, that worked out.
Yes.
All right. So your number 2, we're getting close.
So my number 2 was quite possibly one of my favorite shows all year. But I left it at number 2, and it's Rami. Hulu original, which I can't say enough great things about this. I've never seen anything like this on television. Rami Youssef plays Rami, who's an Egyptian American, and it's all about growing up as a Muslim in America and like the cultural navigation of like being American and being Muslim. And he's Muslim, like he's religious Muslim. He's not just like cultural, my family.
Like
he
practicing.
believes.
Yeah,
but like he also like is American, and how do you negotiate like that, like those like conflicts? And so it's really good. And there will be a season 2, 2020.
That's awesome.
So excited.
All right, I have yet to see that, but I will. I promise.
Good.
I'll see it. New Year's resolution.
Okay.
All right, my number 2 is This Is Us.
Oh.
So this season has been the most surprising thus far, in my opinion. Just when I thought they had peaked too soon, this season happened.
Yes.
They really they stepped up the twists. Totally things unexpected. It was very tricky and intriguing so far. It's still going on, obviously. In 2020, you'll finish this season. But yeah, this show always seems to leave me feeling reflective and more like open-hearted, open-minded. I just feel like it's just so relatable is what it is. But this season's really surprised me.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yes, I was very happy because last season kind of dragged in some parts, and we were a little worried about where it was going to go. But yes, I'm in. I can't wait for it to come back.
I can't wait too.
Yes.
Which, by the way, we do episode reviews of, so you should check those out. All right, are you ready to reveal what you think is the best TV show of 2019?
Yes.
Okay.
So my number 1 was your number 5, Fleabag.
Yay!
When I saw this, I was just like, oh my gosh, like one of the best things I've ever seen on TV.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's just like so real and like quirky and like fragile yet strong yet just everything.
Just messed up.
She's messed up.
But realistic.
But relatable.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I feel like she is saying and feeling things that like we all have like the impulse to say and feel, but we're like afraid to. And that hot priest thing, of course. Like yeah, why not? They had great chemistry.
They really, from the very first meeting they had at that dinner. Yeah.
And then her relationship with the friend we never met, who had the guinea pig cafe with her. That was like one of the most moving friendships. And they would just flash back to like how they their relationship.
And the guilt that she had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was just
so much more than just, raunch.
Yeah, so funny too.
But
laughing. Like I would just be laughing out loud watching by myself. So I really, and I agree with you. I think it went out on a high note, and I think I'm okay with it because of that. And I also know that we're gonna see a lot more from Phoebe Waller-Bridge in the coming years, and it'll be as good.
I think so too.
She's amazing.
She's a rising star. Yes. All right. So my number 1 is Watchmen.
Ooh.
Yeah, from 2019, obviously. So this cast is like first rate. Regina King is a force to be reckoned with. I love her. The storylines are like out of this world, like literally out of this world. I didn't know anything about Watchmen going into this, and I think I kind of like that. I have nothing to compare it to. It was totally new, and my eyes were just like a little kid watching it on the edge of my seat. I didn't know what was going on. Very confusing, but in like a mystery kind of way. Like you're trying to solve the mystery, but you're going to be wrong. Because I've never seen it before. I had no idea. But it was just highly entertaining, so original and very fresh. And there's like special effects and interesting characters and blue men. And it's just very well done. And the cast is awesome. I can't say enough good things about this one because for me, I haven't seen anything like it. And I'm not really into like superheroes, even though I wouldn't necessarily say it's a superhero movie. I don't know what it was about it, but I feel like I didn't blink when I watched the episode. And then I'm like, oh wait, we're done? And I couldn't wait for the next episode. So
I like how they interweave like the historical and the political into it too. So
I learned a lot.
Deeper dimension.
Yeah, no, it really opened my eyes. I didn't know half this stuff happened because the Tulsa, Oklahoma, massacre. Anyway, but besides that, it was just very, very well done. Very, very artistic. Yeah. I think those are very good lists, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to know what your lists are, though.
Yes.
So please comment and let us know what you think. And like and subscribe. That would be great. And Happy New Year, everybody. See ya.